Good afternoon, everyone at LIG Connect, Long Island's greatest. How are you? I am doing a very quick lunch and learn today. I want to talk about going viral, getting people to share your content. And I'm talking about being viral, not something crazy now, not coronavirus, just going viral and getting your stuff out there. Now, let's think about that for just a second, okay? When you say you're going viral with something, that means that even though you have maybe paid for a piece of content to be shown by an advertiser, or you are reposting a piece of content, going viral means that other people have taken it and decided, I have to share this with my friends, and they're sharing it. So technically, if you think about it, going viral means making a piece of content as shareable as possible. So why would you want to do that? That, of course, gets more people into your business. That, of course, gets more people out here. And that's what I'm here to do, to show Long Island's greatest local independent businesses the shortcuts to getting people to come and see their business online, because I believe local independent businesses are going to save our economy. And so I'm here with LongIslandsGreatest.com trying to show you how to go viral, get your content to go viral. So one of the, I've got about 3 different techniques here for you, or 3 different reasons here for you. And let's start with number 1, having an engaging topic. If you have a useful or helpful and entertaining and interesting topic, then you are looking at something that can be shareable and go viral. People actually care about that sort of stuff, right? If it's emotional or exhilarating, reactive, surprising, astonishment, and these are studies, by the way. They basically have looked at the data and said, hey, what is it that people share the most? And it is, first of all, number 1, if it's emotional for them, if it's inspiring, if it makes them have a very powerful reaction, if they're surprised at a certain thing. I mean, literally, you could say, here's what you couldn't do to get away from, we're doing the coronavirus again, to get away from the coronavirus. And I literally have seen someone talking about, that you can drink bleach, and that would be astonishing and hilarious at the same time to me, and reactive. I might forward that to a friend saying, what, are you stupid? Relatable, something that defines you, or as an individual or as a group, and you look at it and you're like, okay, that's definitely me. Let me send this to my friend. Hey, isn't this me? Or isn't this us? Ha ha ha. You forward it on. Trending, hot topics, or pop culture, just like I'm talking about right now. I said coronavirus simply because that is the number 1 thing in the news right now, right? Practical. Something that gives you answers, solutions, or helpful advice, how-tos. This is very meta right here, because that's literally what this piece of content is. It is a practical piece of advice on how to. Engaging. If something is engaging, it means that people actually want to click on it. They want to do something. Sometimes they will ask you, hey, type yes if you think this, or just like if you do this, right? So they'll ask you to ask questions sometimes. They'll have a survey. That'll engage you. That'll actually make you do something. And the more you click on it, of course, the algorithms that are running for Facebook are going to show it more. And of course, my favorite, storytelling. If a person or group has a problem and they resolve it by the end of the piece of content, whether it is written form or in video or an infographic, by the time you are done, a problem that they had could be solved. And that's basically what this piece of content is too. Number 2, your headline must be eye-catching and shareable. Sometimes people are sharing stuff based on the research. People are sharing stuff without even reading the article. They just see the headline and they forward it. Sometimes headlines alone can make your thing go viral. So you got to be careful. It should be eye-catching. And when you say shareable, I shouldn't have used shareable in there. But bottom line is, it should include as many of these as possible. You want to show value. when you read this, 5 things that are going to get you to this point. Be specific. So you're literally said 5, and what you're doing, and by the time they're done, what they're going to have. Promise specific results, right? Use the list format with numbers. So literally, most of the pieces. I'm not saying you have to use every single list. It should be a list every single time. But honestly, when you do that, people pay more attention, specifically because they know they can consume it. They can sometimes scroll through it and just look at the 5 things as headlines and very quickly move on. Use you or your. That makes it more personal, right? Include keywords. Including keywords, of course, are the certain words. If I just said, hey, make this thing go viral, that's one thing. If I make it go viral like the coronavirus, it's a completely different thing, right? And sometimes you need to have different headlines for different platforms. The truth is, Facebook is very different from Twitter. Twitter is very different from Instagram. Instagram is very different from LinkedIn. People share things in different ways on different platforms. Okay? Here's 2 tools that you have here: CoSchedule Headline Analyzer and the Advanced Marketing Institute's Emotional Headline Analyzer. You can put your headlines. If you create some piece of content, you want to put the headlines in there, you can stick it into either one of those. Those links are right there. And at the end of this, I'm going to tell you how you can actually get this sheet here from me, this Lunch and Learn sheet. Attractive images. That of course helps right away. If someone sees something that just looks weird or is bright or just interesting, they will click on it and take a look to see what's going on. And therefore, once they've clicked on it, they can show it to someone else, right? High quality images that are colorful or striking, that are sized correctly, right? So if it's sized correctly for Facebook or sized correct, you don't want to put something up that people are not going to be able to even look at. It's going to be falling off their screen. Honestly, I try to go with 1080 by 1080 pixels for all Instagram shoots, and then it seems to work for most other things, okay? Easily consumable, like infographics. So if your piece of content is an infographic and people can see it, they literally should see the words 5, this, whatever the title is on there, and then see in there a little image and a little topic underneath it, and move on from there. Bonus contributing factors, of course. A, must be technically easy to share. You know how you go to your page and there's like this little, sometimes you'll go to these websites, you go to WordPress, and it literally says on it, when you scroll your mouse over it, it'll say click here to tweet, or it'll have a thing that at the bottom that says share with your friends, or it has different options for you to share it. That should be on your website if you're doing it. If you're on Facebook, it's automatically there if you post something there. But if it's on your website, a piece of content is on your website, you should definitely have some share. And there's this little code that you can put into any WordPress website, any HTML website, that allows you to click to tweet, click to share. Talk to your website designer if you don't have something like that on every single image and article on your website. All right? Calls to action to actually share. So call them out and say, hey, we want you to share this. Can you share this? Blah, 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 and have it be there. SEO optimized, so it actually gets found in the first part. C, incentives. Like, you say to someone, hey, if you share this, you'll get access to this thing or whatever it is. Sometimes they do that. You can do that technically on the system. Longer form written content, but short videos. You'd be surprised. I thought shorter articles would be better, but people prefer to send larger articles, longer articles, because it shows that it has much more in-depth and it paid more attention. So normally people are like, 500 words. No, 3,000 to 10,000 words. However, the caveat here is that you must break it up so that it is easily scannable with subheadlines and clear breaks. Now, on the flip side, for a video, most of the time you're going to 3 to 5 minutes, right? However, there are these weird videos for guys like Joe Rogan's podcast that are 2 hours long, that are 3 hours long. But the way he gets you in is with this 3 to 5 minute clips of the first part of the video or other parts inside that are interesting that make you eventually say, dang, I got to listen to this whole thing. Okay? And then this is where you guys can get this document if you're looking to find out all how to get your thing go viral. Go to bit.ly/LIG Lunch and Learn. I know that's not the best way for it to look, but bit.ly/LIG Long Island's Greatest Lunch and Learn. And I'll put this on the actual video itself in the post. All right, you guys have a great Tuesday, March 3rd. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.